better way to celebrate a small victory?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And throw one of these on.
Yeah.
Come on in.
That boss life, that enterprise life. Come on.
Yeah.
That's a big victory to get a Gangsta Grillz. Gangsta Grillz, that's fine.
Look,
That's
we're
legend.
rolling already, so we just started. We're just
Man,
talking
we rolling.
about
We just
G
started shit.
Perico's outfit. He has the collab on the Puma Nip collab. And you know what I thought was dope about it? Because, dang, what's his name? He's a designer. He designed for Nip. He designed for Biggie. He designed for, like, Bad Boy and stuff. But when Nip was, like, the last part of his life, he was like, hey, I really want to dress, like, elevate the way that I dress. Yeah. Groovy Lou is his name.
Groovy Lou,
And so Groovy Lou is like, you know what? Well, first you got to pull up your pants. But, like, I'm going to get you stuff that's custom fitted for you, for your body type. Tall, lanky, skinny, right? Yeah. And so he started making these outfits, and you're wearing one of the outfits that they custom made only for Nip. And so it's crazy to see that now Puma collab with Marathon. They hit up Groovy Lou to recreate the custom fits, and so now everyone can wear them and feel that Nip vibe. Like you said, you rock this, like, this has to be the vibe of the day.
For sure.
And we're talking about Hot Shot, now streaming, now available.
Yeah.
Our guy G Perico teamed up
Hot
for
Shot.
a Gangsta Grillz mixtape with our guy DJ Drama. And it's not, sometimes it's like Drama's voice is so hype, but this project meets it right there. Yeah. It's as hype as he sounds all over it, which is fire.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
He
Come
like,
on.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, when I thought Gangster Grillz were grills. I just don't, you know what I mean? I don't really know too much.
Oh, like
But
Grillz.
I'm like,
Icy Grill.
Not like the projects, like
Yeah.
the mixtapes. Yeah.
The one you put in my, I meant like
Yeah.
the grills,
Yeah.
and I was like, and then they had to break it down for me, and then I heard some of the shit, and one of my favorite bars on there was, "I'm a retail demon."
Ooh.
How much do you spend a month on clothes and shoes?
A lot.
A lot.
Can you give me an estimate?
Probably like, I don't want to say.
Just say
therapy.
it.
How many hats
It's
do you
retail
have?
therapy.
How many hats, give or take?
Probably, well, not really a lot, like 7,000, 8,000.
Hats?
Seven?
No, yeah, that's how much I probably spend on average.
Oh, a month.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money on clothes, dog.
Wow.
We were talking about it though because it's DoKnow's birthday. DoKnow's birthday
Yeah,
just passed.
man.
Yeah.
We got him some product glasses. He would never buy them himself.
We
Yeah,
got him
man.
That's
that
all we're
Louis.
worried.
We
We're
got
rocking
him
it
that
out.
Louis.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, man.
got
Shout
him
out
that
G
Louis,
Perico and the
huh?
team, man. They brought me
Yeah.
some. I'm
But
going to take a shot of, he said it's $150 a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to try that.
G, but you were talking about like once you make that one big purchase, there's no stopping you.
Yeah, you hooked.
What was your
That's like a
one
dope
big
thing.
like luxury brand purchase?
I think I like the typical Gucci belt,
The belt.
a Gucci belt. Got my shirt tucked in. You know what I mean?
Love
The
it.
shoulder
The emblem.
buckle.
Yeah.
But
Show
does
logo.
the Gucci belt goes from a Gucci belt to like a Benz to a Corvette? Or like, what's the natural progression? Like, what
Yeah,
is
I
it?
mean, it's kind of like everything at the same
Yeah.
around the same time. I was in the cars before, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just different
I grew
things.
up having a lot of stuff, but yeah, I was in the cars first though.
Yeah, I love that. Shout out to you.
I like that. Shout out you because you got pulled over twice
And
yeah,
one night.
last night,
in
man.
one day.
Sucks.
You have a song on the tape called German Engineering. Shout out to Gentry too, because you got a shout out on that too for his
Shout
German
out
engineering
Gent, yeah.
drama and his German
Uh-huh.
engineering. You love cars, but you keep getting stopped in them. What's
yeah,
up?
Yeah. I don't know. I was speeding last night. We was doing like a 110.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, theoretically.
He said,
Well, you
"I'm
got
gonna
a
just
ticket.
give you a fix-it ticket." I didn't realize that my registration was expired in my truck.
That's good. They're being nice then.
So $8,000 on clothes, but you forgot to pay the registration.
Yeah, it's all good.
Hey, priorities.
Sounds like a hot shot to me.
That's some other shit.
Details,
Yeah, I get it.
details.
You know, classic ghetto. You know what I mean?
Do you ever try to, like, if they stop you, like, does it make you mad? Because it got you twice in one night. Like, the second
Yeah,
one
I
where you're
was-
like, come on, bro.
I was super upset. I already had the ticket out the window. When they was walking up, bro, I already been stopped, and he
Yeah.
still run the whole.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Man, but you here and we here. Look,
Yeah.
Hot Shot is out now, and I want to talk to you about.
Hot Shot.
I love it. I love one of the songs that I was making sure that they listened to it. No do-overs. There's a couple bars that I want to hit you with. You know, I gotta hit you with bars. One of my favorite bars that you say on this mixtape is, "If you ain't never been in jail, why aren't you rich?"
Yeah.
Do you really have like that mentality? Like, look, bros, like I had stuff stacked against me and I made it happen. You have nothing. Like, you never been to jail.
Yeah.
So what are you doing not hustling?
Like what's
I mean,
stopping you?
that's real, like, more specifically towards street
Gotcha.
guys.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? That's living fast money and all that, and you never been caught up. Like, what's the
Rich.
hold up?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people in the streets try to compare themselves to me or put themselves in competition with me, but it's like, bro, I got a whole different type of struggle, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what that was. Yeah. If you ain't never been to jail, where the money at?
Mm-hmm. Why you still living like that? Why don't I
Exactly.
see you up?
Right.
You also have another bar where you were talking about how you treat your wins like lessons and your failures like blessings. That's a cool flip and perspective on messing up, you know?
For sure.
Have you ever took a loss and been like, no, this is a blessing in disguise. It might feel like it's a bad look, but it's going to be great later.
All the time.
Yeah.
Every time. You know what I mean? That's the only way I bounce back and come back stronger. Because, like, when you take a loss, like, I notice a lot of people will dwell in it. So when you take a loss, naturally it's other things happening, right? So if you don't know how to be like, all right, where is the silver lining in this or the gold lining in this, you're going to notice everything else and dig yourself deeper into the... So I always look for the bright side of it so I could, you know, keep my energy up. You know what I mean?
Where does that come from, G? Because that's I don't know, it's either innately in you or someone had to bless you with that too, that perspective.
I grew up around a lot of pessimistic people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big word.
Negative. Negative people.
Negative people.
That's just negative about everything. You know what I mean? And they never get anywhere.
Yeah.
And just from trial and error, just like, wait, hold on, let me look at it, the bright side of things.
Yeah.
And I always grew, so it was just something that I kept with me. It's kind of like just a common sense thing.
Yep, it worked.
Yeah.
How is it working with like this tape's gonna obviously hit the East Coast like more than all your other projects, right? Because obviously you got drama
East Coast
and all that. Are you like
Hot shot.
Are you hot shot? Are you scared that they might not like it? The East Coast people?
Hot shot? Nope. I'm not scared.
No.
I'm not even concerned with it because our music is so subjective.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
I don't really do
Tell me about
music to please everybody. Like I do what I like, and you know it's building an audience, and I know that everything ain't for everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You like liquor, I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
So we're not gonna take this shot together? It's $150 a shot.
not today.
Okay.
But just take mine from me. DoKnow, take mine from me.
Hey, double up on yours.
Let's get it. Nah, yeah, because I like whenever you talk to a West Coast rapper, their thing is always like, man, the East Coast really, you know, they hard on us, whether it's performing, whether it's our songs or our word choice. You know, they're just the originators of hip hop are always like us or nobody, but obviously like the West Coast, I mean, what's it called? The West Coast broke barriers. But somebody like you that's been out there back and forth, you was even signed to a label that's back in the day that was like strictly over there. Have you kind of got the groove of how to move over there when you over there and stuff like that? And not in the sense like streetwise, but I mean just like the way you put on music or like beat selection wise.
Nah, I just make stuff that's true to where I'm from and how I'm feeling at the time. But like I used to hear the same thing about the East Coast. We get booed and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And the first time I touched down in the East Coast and did a show at Webster Hall, I was getting so much love. Like I was expecting for him to be like boo or just be standing there, but it was like it was the complete opposite. Every time I go to the East Coast, my last show out there at SOBs, they was word for word with me the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that just go back to just doing what you feel is good instead of searching for somebody to
Validation.
Yeah, searching for validation. You know
Well, I
what
think the East Coast was really early on you, right? With Yams and like
that's who like pretty much like gave me love before LA.
Yeah.
Yams, like while I was in jail, I did some music before I was really rapping. I did some music, put it out, went to JP, did my cover.
Damn.
Went to the pen, and then when I came, while I'm in the pen, I'm on the celly, whoop, 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 and Yams going up to one of the songs. And then when I touched down, like Yams was the first person I got with, and like I really got embraced by the East Coast first.
I love that. We're talking about the beats on this project on Hot Shot.
Yeah.
They're on another level too. I've
Oh,
heard
word?
you. I've heard
Hot
your.
shot.
I've heard you, and I heard your projects, and I love every project. But this one sounds different, and for you to even be on these beats the way that you are, it meshes well.
Yeah.
I'm like, it even makes your voice stand out more.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to cut through, like through the music and everything. But it's like I drop a lot of music,
You do.
Yeah.
so it's like to keep people entertained and wanting to keep coming to me for something. Like everything can't sound exactly the same,
Right.
But even though it's like got that same core vibe, but you know I gotta add a different twist to it. You know what I mean?
I love that. I even love Drama on this tape. Drama says some of the dopest shit that I keep telling them. I'm like, he says like, some of you look too happy to be here.
Yeah.
Like, this is work. Like, y'all got to put some work in. Y'all can't
For
just be
sure.
smiley and giggly. And those types of things, are you there when he's adding his touches to it? Are you
Yeah.
laughing along? Because it even seems like you guys are having a blast.
Yeah, we was right there. We had it was a specific moment. I ain't gonna say, but it was like, hey, yeah, drama.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
trying
that
to
was a
figure
good
out-
The
time.
Mind, Body, and Soul record, is that one? Or
Nah,
where he's
nah,
like,
nah.
hey, come on, I make pretty babies. Or,
Nah, he did his stuff on everything.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was
There
what
was
was
some mad
it?
bitches in the
Was it
studio.
Action? Yeah, it was Action. He said something like, you know, he didn't understand my affiliation.
yeah. Hey, drama, go back in. Yeah. Just a little edit here. Just a little
Can't
edit.
say that.
Yeah.
You teamed up with RJ on this, and it's cool because there's not many features, if any. But RJ, you're like, let's do everything together.
I wanted to take the project to the face. That was Gentry. Like, we need somebody on this song. I'm like, I just
Yeah.
Gentry like his other artist.
yeah.
I see you, Gentry. Because Steel's
Cross
produced, right?
promotion.
Yeah.
Steel
shout out
produced the
Steel.
whole tape?
Stills produced majority of
Majority
It
of the
sounds
tape.
So
really
we
good,
got
Steel.
a lot of it done in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I was acting like the project was done, how I usually do.
Yeah.
And then I had songs, a gang of songs, and then
Yeah.
we went to the A, and then we was out there for 2-3 days, and like knocked out majority of the project.
How do you make yourself at home when you're not at home?
I'm just used to putting myself in an uncomfortable position because I know that like just what I want to do and where I want to be. Like I want to be like at least 100 millionaire. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I know like that type of growth don't come from being comfortable. So
At all.
you know, I like putting myself in an uncomfortable space because I know I'm gonna grow from there. You know what I mean?
Fire.
Those are themes in this tape too, and what I loved about it, because as much as it's that West Coast shit, even you getting deep about your situation with your daughter, and even like your situation with like the Mind, Body, and Soul record with the girl, like even you getting that Playboy in, you also get the gems in. Like if you're telling someone, hey, you gotta stick it through even when it's uncomfortable. Hey, if you're not here to like really move, then move out the way. You know, there's no do-overs in life. Like those things are big homie talk that you're getting
Yeah.
at now. And I feel like you feel it's important now that you're at an established point, and granted there's still more to go, but to feed that to your listeners. You know, it's
For
not
sure.
just about the street shit, it's not just about the party shit. Grow.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Was that intentional on this tape?
Yeah, it's definitely intentional with all my music because, you know, I feel like my place in the culture is motivation, like from nothing to something, like making it happen, hot shot, go getter. So naturally, I gotta make it sound like it look, you know, and I just speak from the heart and my
Yeah.
soul. So you know, that's the things that be on my mind, and I feel like I need to share this with the people. You know what I mean?
I think it's dope. It's like a natural progression, it seems like, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like So Way Out, like the early tapes, it's like you're just kind of transitioning into like trying to, you know, be a rapper, trying to leave the other stuff alone. And now it seems like you're in a really good place. But
Right.
along the way, you had I Love Thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Always
It's
a
still
part of it,
part
you know
of
what
you.
I'm
It's
saying?
still you.
I was loving thoughts around that time. We was having a good time.
That was live.
I didn't hear the exact same kind of language on this project, but I'm like, oh, okay, he's in a different space. All right, I feel it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
it's just like I just been accepting my natural progression in
Yeah.
life and my growth in the world. For a minute, I was struggling with it, like, damn, they ain't going. But it's like, bro, everybody evolving.
Yeah.
And people want to grow with the artists. And I just
Absolutely.
look at artists that been around for 30 years. They not saying the same thing or doing the same thing. So
way.
that's where the longevity come in at, when you accept your growth and give it to the people and let them know that it's cool to grow too. You know what I mean?
So Letty and Vic were showing me like the songs earlier today, and I was like,
showing my
listening.
favorites.
Yeah, you're showing me. And then the song about your daughter, I never knew you had a daughter. And then even hearing you talk about it, I'm like, we've heard like the player shit, like, you feel me, I Love Thoughts and fucking even Welcome to the Land and shit like that, where you're just talking about the city and your motivational shit. Yeah. But to see you get like emotional on a song, I was like, oh, the homie an adult now. Not that you weren't an adult before, but I'm like, music grows, that's how people grow, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so, it's about being vulnerable sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
I think the greatest artists, like, you really connect with them through vulnerability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, are you hoping she listens?
I know she ain't gonna listen. Like hate and envy is like something that you can't explain, and I still don't get it, but you know.
It's all ego tied, and I'm only saying this because I've been through the same thing. I had a child young when I was 17, and the situation you're facing, I faced on the other side, and it worked out in the worst way. Yeah. And so I was telling the guys, as I'm hearing you talk, I'm like, those are like the signs of the stuff that I went through, whether it's like moving away so you don't have contact, or it's just being hateful, just changing numbers or doing some crazy shit, right? So that it keeps you as distant from your child as possible. And unfortunately, your child is still in their care. So they're hearing other shit. They might be hearing, your daddy don't love you, your daddy this and that.
For sure.
So that's why it's important for these songs to be made, because maybe even baby girl don't listen right now, but she might listen one day.
Yeah, for
sure. And she'll see, what they were telling me, that's not real. This is real. Why would he say that? And as long as you're able to provide that, I think those are like the little things of, no matter what, I'm going to always show you I love you publicly too, because I don't want this shit to get misconstrued, because there's some real life fucking nightmares that happen with custody and with co-parenting and all that shit. I don't mean to get all fucking loud about it, but when we're talking about it, it's like, that's some real shit, and you still gotta tuck it. You gotta tuck it, handle it, remain calm, don't do anything crazy, and still continue with what you're trying to do. It can get distracting, because that's just your heart.
Yeah, it can get very distracting. Like, that's like beyond stressful, like getting robbed like that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's why I said it though, because I know a lot of people will relate.
Bro.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. A lot of people can relate to that, so it's important to like touch on those topics, because it's maybe not that common, but maybe it is common. But it's like, you don't know until people are gonna start probably flooding your DMs and being like, "Yo, bro, that song just got me through a lot."
Yeah.
Da da da.
And the messenger also helps too, because they could hear it from other people, but the fact that you're saying it, G, and that's why it's so important.
Like, G go through that too.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna be able to take it in better.
Your bar, you said, money don't fix everything, but it helps a lot, and it's like
that was some shit right there.
That's like, yo,
and then even my fault, I don't mean to cut you off, but even like, me and Vic, we a family over here, so we know Letty's situation, and she'll break it down to us. And, people always go like, so even like my dad being a drug addict, right? My mom will be like, at least is your dad and not your mom, because, the love of a mother is a strong bond. But you having a little girl is like, the love of a dad is
that's like
it's like
else.
No other. But Letty, she got her first kid as a boy. That's how me and my mom are. The love of a mother we need. I feel like as a man, I wouldn't be able to do anything I can without my mom.
Yeah.
And it's vice versa. With my older sister, loves the fuck out of my dad. Right. So I can only imagine being fed things that are not real, especially you two going through the same thing. And hearing you say that, like, well, Vic said that bar, I was like, damn, I never thought about it like that way. Like, yeah, I'm like, you feel me? Like, it can't fix the relationship or what we're going through, but at least, you know what I mean? This could help a little bit, so I can know the little shit from
you
a haircut to a new hair to new shoes, clothes, and seeing you like talk
even
about your feelings.
Even fucking lawyer money, dog, because that shit goes to court and it's crazy.
Man, it's a lawyer what me one time.
It's wild the way they get you. But on a happier note, it feels like you're free.
Yeah, for sure.
On this project.
Yeah.
It feels like you're free, and it's like the model that people are gonna look at. This to me is like blueprint vibes for people, and that's the most beautiful part of it. Like it's cool because we're talking about you and the drama connection. I remember you on that Dreamville tape, the Dreamville drama project, and you stood out.
Oh yeah,
on that hair salon, it was all you, dog.
That happened on like accident though.
Yeah,
I was in the studio with them one night.
Reason and Cause.
Yeah, I was in the studio with Reason and Cause. I stopped through. And then I'm just, you know how I come through.
Yeah,
I'm doing me.
Yeah.
And then they
Phone with
turn
your
the beat
broken
on.
laptop?
So
You walked in with it?
Nah, I didn't have a laptop. I didn't have my laptop. I slide in, and usually when I'm in the studio with people when the beat come on, like I don't write. So
Yeah.
I try to rush there first, so my voice first on the music
Love
every
it.
time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, let me get in there. So I went in there and you know, they like super wordsmiths. So
Oh,
they
yeah.
in there
Yeah.
just I see them doing their
Metaphors
thing.
and entendres.
And I'm
and-
like, I just pop shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right. They like, they ready. I'm like, all right, let me go in there. Boom, I go in, and then I guess, I don't know.
It's natural.
laid my
it's
verse
natural.
and then I said
Are you always the
Yeah.
outcast in studio sessions? Because I'm like the outcast when I kick it with a lot of other people because I'm just talking shit and like
Yeah,
feet up
you
and
joking,
I'm
yeah.
joking about my dad being a crackhead
yeah,
and
he's
like
not
I'm clowning
Yeah,
all
for
day.
sure.
Yeah.
And then when I was in the studio with you, you walked in and you was just talking shit. I didn't even get to sit down. You was like, "What's up, motherfucker? You want to play dice? I don't know how to play. Well, learn." And I was like, all right. And we just sitting there talking. And we in a little ass studio, but that's your energy. But I'm like that when I come around, like, so I be going like the TikTok events. And
Like the influencer events.
they influence different,
Yeah.
and not that they're squares, but we come from a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I walk in with tattoos, like, yeah, what up, bitch? I talk to
Yeah.
my homies, you know what I mean? I'm over there talking shit, clowning, and I could imagine them being like,
Yeah,
I met Carl before, he a little more serious,
Yeah.
and you just more like,
Yeah.
what's up? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So are you always the outcast in serious like
Nah,
studio sessions?
I'm definitely the outcast of I feel like the industry.
Facts.
Because it is what it is.
Yeah.
I accept it. Like majority of people in the industry, like trying to fit in this mold and have this persona and this image, you know what I mean? Instead of just being who they are. So a lot of people just uncomfortable when you see them. And I
Yeah.
just don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't really fit in the scene like that.
And to me, like, I love it all. I love the ratchet shit. I love the lyrical
Yeah.
shit. So when I heard like that song, Hair Salon, I love Cause. Like, I love him, his raps, all of that. Reason I haven't met him really, but I have liked a few of his stuff. But when I heard you, it just stands out. And I'm sure with Drama was the same thing. Like, I don't know if after that he reached out or like how did that come about from you being like
that
a
might have
feature?
been around. That might have been around the same time, huh? Yeah, that might have been around the same time when they when Lake Sheezy hollered because they just hit me like Cole like the song he using it. I'm like, what song? I did that shit 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
That was 2 years ago?
Before it
Before
came
it
out.
Before it came out.
Yeah. I'm like, what song you talking about? And then I never heard the song because I did my verse and
And he did.
just got-
Like,
Yeah,
you're not
I
trying
got
to double
sideways.
entendre here.
You
You're
know what
trying to. That's
yeah,
dope.
but I think that was around the same time Lake Sheezy hollered at me. It might have been.
Wow.
You have a bar. I think it's on Hurricane. I say it all the time. I tweet it all the time. If you don't believe in this shit, what you around for?
For sure.
And it goes for everything. Like I use it like just with what we've been able to do with Brown Bag. To me, it's like if the people around us don't believe in us, they should not be here.
Get sideways because they'll have you jaded and
Yeah.
second guessing
You
your
had
gut.
to have gone through that to say shit like that, you know?
For sure.
And I think that when you talk about it, it makes it easier for us to say it.
Yeah.
Cause like thoughts we never knew how to put into words essentially.
Right.
So bars like that, stuff like that that's on this project, you're able to, I guess, just again put into words things we're feeling as we're business people. Because
Yeah.
I think right now everyone that's hustling, you got to be business minded too. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
The
And-
circle around you has to matter.
Yeah, I think anybody that's trying to build something or create something big or something for themselves or a lane for themselves could relate to me. You know what I mean?
It's real like hustling music. It's like, okay, handle my business music, you know.
Yeah.
Pay my
Hustling, gangster, trip,
pay
shit.
my tags music. I'm not
Was I know like a lot of rappers have like goals when they're coming up, and I know you don't like the word rapper. You're like a little
Yeah, I'm more like a brand.
yeah.
Hey.
Every brand musician coming up in the industry, you feel me? Because supposedly, you know what I mean? All right, was like a Gangster Grillz like a goal? Because I know I've heard like super like underground rappers that I know, they'd be like, man, pay dues, rock the bells is a goal for me. Was like doing a Gangster Grillz or like a mixtape or like, you know how people do the DJ Khaled shit. Was that like a goal of yours, or it just came about and you're like, oh, this shit sounds like a cool idea, more money, let's get it?
Nah, you know what's crazy? Like, I was always a fan of the Gangsta Grillz.
Okay.
But I never thought I'd be able to get one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You didn't even know to put it on a goal list.
Yeah. I just
Because
was like, I want
they
to
were
get
gone
some
for a
money.
while anyway. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you the first new generation artist to have it from the West Coast? A Gangster Grillz?
Nah, Crenshaw was a Gangsta Grillz.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Crenshaw was.
Yeah, drama's all over Crenshaw.
Crenshaw, and then it's you after that. Nobody else.
Crenshaw was a Gangsta Grillz.
See, learning hip
I
hop,
think
you guys.
Tiger had one. YG had one. You know what I mean?
You know Gangster Grillz
Yeah.
tape, you just don't know that they're Gangster Grillz tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
Because
classics.
Crenshaw didn't even
Well, then
say
you're
like
And then they got,
the
two,
right
ver-
way.
they got two different versions of Crenshaw.
Yeah.
True.
What's the version I know?
The Dat Piff version
Yeah.
is Gangsta Grillz, but everything else is just
Like
regular.
the physical sold, that's different. Because Crenshaw was that
Okay, I see what you're
$100
saying.
tape and all of that.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's just the put togetherness. It's drama knowing his platform and what his name behind stuff can mean, and even just the way he turns up on songs.
Yeah,
It's really dope.
This is my boy, so I can like brag. Huh?
He definitely
like, yeah,
got
you know, my
value.
boy got a
Yeah,
Gangsta
he has-
Grillz one. You know what I mean?
Oh
I can do shit like that.
Your accomplishment is not DoKnow's
Yeah,
accomplishment,
like,
just
it's
so
cool.
you know.
Yeah, like, you know, welcome to the lounge party. You know what I mean? The process came a long way. I believed in the guy. You know
That's
what
how
I
I
mean?
feel
You
about
know, he
Brown
wanted
Bag.
me to. Yeah.
Yeah, fact.
Let's
You
go.
was there for a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah, we on power. What's happening?
Let's
Yeah.
go. No, it's funny because DoKnow was like, you know, he asked me to narrate it first, but I just said, you know what, maybe try drama. Maybe
You know what I
I'm
mean?
busy right now. I'm busy
I
right
come
now.
to the drama, you feel me?
Yeah.
I don't like hip hop, the both believe. So I was like, that drama is you, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
go
do-
acting. White Men Can't Jump the remake. Maybe
Yeah.
drama, you handle it.
Yeah, drama, you be good, man. You better than I am, anyways. You know what I mean? I gotta meet drama. I gotta too. You know, maybe talk about some narrations in the near future.
Narrations is hilarious.
For
whatever.
certain.
Yeah.
The
That shit's
narrator.
hilarious.
You know what's crazy though? I have a bone to pick because we did Welcome to the Land, right?
Yeah.
That was dope. Shout out Maximo.
Welcome to the land.
That was- to this day, people just always come up to me and just recite the whole thing. I was talking shit.
The skit, yeah.
And I was like, dude, I did that shit like in 5 minutes and I had to go.
Classic. All the
Yeah.
classic shit is like something that you don't think. You just do it instinct.
Yeah.
You know what I
But-
mean? You feel it.
That's the intro. Welcome to the Land's the intro for that tape too, right? Right.
Is it?
Yeah, right. Welcome to the Land's the intro is the first song.
I think
He
so.
has
It should-
recorded a trillion songs. You're
I
asking
know,
him to
but you know that
end
was one of his best
project.
projects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He wants to
definitely my
compliment-
favorite project.
Boom.
Yeah, I know you said it. And guess
That's
what?
my
Hey, guess
favorite
what?
project.
I
You're
pulled
on
up.
his favorite project, DoKnow.
I'm
Congratulations.
on there twice, and one of them I didn't know.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't even have to think for that project. I just,
Yeah, you're just
every
doing it.
beat that 420 gave me, that was the first time in history, probably the last time. Every beat he gave me, I used it.
Yeah.
So the beats he gave me, that pack, that was the project.
Okay, you guys can
I
put
didn't
that on
even have to
record.
think. I just
Run it back. I'm gonna put it somewhere because
put it somewhere.
I didn't know I was on the project again.
yeah on
Sundays, it's Sundays.
after Sunday night.
Yeah, after Sunday night, and
Yeah.
you like, and then I made a skit about different bitches from the city,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
and then
you
oh,
motherfucker.
on my mind. It's been like that for a
Yeah.
real long time.
Yeah,
Hey.
and I almost texted Gentry, but I was like, I believe in him. He was finna have a Gangsta Grillz in 2 years. So I just didn't, I didn't text from
He's
my.
like Nostradamus up
Yeah,
in
but I didn't
here.
text from my BMI. I was gonna text you my BMI, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Nah,
I
but-
sensed that. You hit me pressing me, the soft press. Yeah, I didn't know I was young. Yeah.
He just wants to come out during the show.
No, I love it, but you know
Yeah,
why?
I reached out, you didn't holler back.
Hey.
Nah, you know why though? Because I like shit like that. Because I be doing skits not thinking about shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just do that shit, and I've heard them all more. But this one was dope because the project was doing so good, and I genuinely didn't fucking know. I was literally, people said, I was like, what are you talking about? I heard the whole, I was like, and then I went to the end and I was like, oh, this motherfucker. But shout out me for being on there twice. His
Shout
favorite
out
project.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
This is about
Have
G
you guys been on
Perico.
his project?
No, we
Oh,
have
God, I just
not.
want to make sure you put it out
I'm
there.
just a fan.
No, just me too. But I'm also on the project.
So is Maximo.
Yeah.
It's always a competition, dog. I don't understand. And yet, yes, you're better than us. Yes.
No,
yes.
I'm just
yes,
saying we
you're
can
on
make
G
well.
Perico's project.
Little friendly competition.
Jesus.
But tell him
He
about
got that young
Tango.
adrenaline.
No, I love the whole tango. I've talked to him about it. I think Maximo did you wrong. He played you because you were talking about dancing as a tango, and then he told you tango means tengo, which means I have. But tango and tango are two different. But that's not your bad. That's
Right.
Maximo's bad.
Yeah, we mixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we mixed it. He
Yeah.
came in after.
Yeah.
Double meaning.
No, I love what you
Double
did with
entendre.
it. Look, you came out during our live show. I saw how much the crowd fucks with you, G Perico. Like it's like And it's not just because Perico is in Spanish too, but I just think Mexicans love
I thought they was
you.
just sitting there looking at me.
Nah, they love you. They turn up to you.
Nah, it was live.
It
Yeah.
was live. And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of my homies aren't like, they don't really be in tune. But they was like, why you ain't let us get a picture? And I was like, fool, because he's an artist. We'll take a picture of your bum ass fool. You know what I mean? We in there vibing. He rapping. Leave him alone. They was all trying to come backstage, take pictures and shit.
Do people ever try talking to you in Spanish thinking that you're Hispanic?
All the time.
I bet. And you're just like, no, I'm sorry. No say.
I know like a little bit.
What you know?
Just
You can talk to girls in Spanish.
Just a little small bit.
Did you learn from Edgar?
I got a little bit from Edgar.
Oh my gosh.
But as we can see, he didn't let me on the wrong path.
As you can see, for sure.
That sounds like him. Yeah.
How do you say hot shot in Spanish?
Hot shot.
Hot shot?
Yeah.
Maximum.
Hot shot. Disparo caliente. Disparo caliente.
Disparo caliente. That's hot shot in Spanish.
Disparo caliente.
We have to make it longer for some odd reason. I don't know why Spanish words are always
Yeah,
longer.
hot shot, right? Yeah, disparo caliente, yeah. Fool.
Yeah.
Mr. Tango. Tango way.
Nah, dog. The project is out now. Hot Shot. It's a Gangsta Grillz mixtape. DJ Drama on it. Our guy G Perico.
And you going on tour.
Floats through all of it.
Yeah.
And what I love to see, and I was telling them, I'm like, to me, it's a matter of time before people catch on to who you are, if they haven't already.
Yeah.
The voice is one of one. The style is one of one.
Yeah.
As soon as y'all catch up, hello, welcome. But to me, it's really cool to see it happen in real time. We always hear these historical stories of like when people came up or like, but to see you do it in real time, we're all winning.
That's why
We're all winning.
that's why it's
That's
cool,
how I feel.
because
Yeah.
it's like, hey, my friend, he's
No.
famous. I know him.
Yeah.
And you're doing it for the West Coast on your terms. And I think sometimes people expect a certain sound from the West Coast. They expect a certain but I think the biggest thing about the West Coast is the uniqueness, and that's gonna hit in every generation. And that's what you got this gen.
Yeah.
So
And your authenticity.
we just excited about
And
it.
you ghetto. That's my favorite part. You don't give a fuck. I love that shit. You're going on tour.
We going on tour, Hot Shot Tour. 25 cities. We starting in New York, and we ending in Southern California.
Come on,
Sheesh.
homecoming.
Can we host one of the shows?
Oh my
For
God.
sure.
That'd be fun.
You don't want to host one of the shows?
I would love to host one of these.
Let's do it.
For sure. L.A.
LA.
Let's do it.
Let's
Find
do
a
it.
theater.
I'm excited.
G Perico, your family. It's really cool to see just how we're all coming up at the same time.
Yeah, that's
This
dope.
is your house. You already know that. Even before us, this is your house, and we
Whose
just
house?
can't. Jeez. It's Power 106.
Six. Bomb back in the morning.
baby.
Let's go.
Hot Shot.